Welcome to Behind the Scrub, the podcast where we talk about the real life of nursing, the struggles, the laughter, the real story, and everything in between. I remain your humble host, Anima Shankodida, and here with me is student nurse Ajigbo Aramide. And I want to say a very big thank you to the host for having me on this show. I do not take this privilege for granted at all. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Miss Aramide. Okay, thank you for honoring my invitation. Please, could you tell us who Aramide is? Aramide is a Jesus baby, divinely helped by God, currently in the field of study, being a satisfied nurse. Okay, thank you very much for that brief introduction, Miss Aramide. Please, could you tell us what influenced your decision in choosing nursing as a career? Okay, so first off, choosing nursing wasn't a thing that came for me, coupled with the fact that my dad always wanted me to be a lawyer. And while growing up, he would always call me Barrister Ramde. Oh, wow. And I have my other name, Mojisola, and he will call me Lawyer Mojisola actually. Wow. But nothing came as a calling. This is my second certification I'm trying to get. It came as a calling, and I had to start all over again. And all through to this point I am, it has really been the hand of God. Thank you for sharing that beautiful story with us, Miss Aramide. Thinking back to when you got your admission, what was your reaction in that moment?
Hey, ẹ bá mi kí bàbá kú iṣẹ́, bàbá kú iṣẹ́. There was noise everywhere in the house.
Wow.
I've been trying to get admission to 2021 and it came when? 2024, January 16.
Wow.
I can remember the full date. There
That's
was
nice.
noise everywhere.
Okay.
And to God be the glory. Here we are now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, coming into nursing, I'm sure you had certain expectation.
Yes.
How has reality hit you?
Oh, Jesus. Left, right, center. I never knew mental stress was real. Nobody told me about it. I wasn't prepared. The packaging was just too much. I thought you would just come and just learn how to just be a nurse,
How to give
professionalism.
injections.
It is more than that.
Okay.
Studying anatomy, I know how the body functions and how every organ in the body functions. Even for you, knowing about your body before you're able to treat someone else wasn't something I was expecting. I thought to just come, learn about drugs, learn about how to inject. It's more than that. The academic knowledge is so broad. Knowing about the mental status, getting to know about my own mental health and my mental status. I never knew nursing was that, but the pharmacological aspect, calculation, it was a whole lot. Prepared for it, or should I say, I did not make my research enough to know what exactly I was going in for. I was so taken aback when I resumed and I saw the workload and expectation, etiquette of nothing. Wow, it was a lot. It was a lot. All right.
Okay, at what point did you really sink in that, okay, this is a serious deal?
The moment I started getting results and I wasn't pleased with it, I knew I needed to double my game. I came in all prepared, though my preparation was nothing. I needed to readjust myself, pick myself up, and start fixing.
Let's talk about your first exam. How was the experience for you?
Hey, my God. It wasn't very pleasant at all. I had the thought of changing school. Probably the school system wasn't meant for me or wasn't favorable to me. But I love the fact that I got advice from someone that I'm still communicating with, and that's one of the best advice. He said, when you leave to another school, what if this repeats itself? Will you say the system over there is also failing?
Wow.
And that made me readjust myself.
Okay, Miss Aramide, thank you very much.
Thank you very
So,
much.
your first clinical experience or posting, will I say, how did it go?
Well, when I did my first clinical post, school hostel wasn't available yet. So I was coming from home. And nothing prepared me for such experience. First time in the world to meet real patients. Everything we've been taught in class to be practicalized now. And you carry it out. How they tell you to seek consent, go through patient file, familiarize yourself with patient condition before you go to attend to them, how you affirm to be sure that you're actually dealing with the right patient. Wow. Nothing prepared me for that. And my first word was a bone and plastic word. So I don't know if you can imagine what it is first time going into the ward and seeing a patient with 20% bones, patient with diabetes, patient that had pressure ulcer, a grade 5, meaning that it's not just from the surface, it has gone deep, deep. You could see the patient's bone. I saw my other classmates faint while standing, going for clinical ward rounds, standing for over 6 hours. Was I prepared to stand that much? No. The back pain. Hey, my God. And the thing is, you have to keep a straight face. And the patient is asking you question. You can't even afford to suffer. You have to be on top of it. As they are throwing questions to you, you are giving them back so that you won't look like a weakling or you don't know what you are here to do, because your countenance, your appearance is going to, if you stutter or you are not sure what to say, your patient can easily get that this person is not well educated enough, or this person doesn't know what he or she is doing. So you have to bring in your confidence. I wasn't prepared for that, but I had to stand. I had to stand and represent everything my lecturers have been teaching. I wasn't ready to embarrass my ancestor. Knowing that my name is on my scrub, lie lie you. They will not say, oh, I met a lady bearing around me days. She's a student nurse. She doesn't, never. I can't represent my parents that way. I had to stand gallant, saint wear. You can't afford to be weak. How will you attend to your patients? They will even request that, I don't know, I don't think she knows what she's doing. And that alone, you don't want talks like that. So they will dampen your spirit. So you have to avoid all of that. I wasn't prepared for that for day one. No, I can't even lie to you. But with the nurses we met on ward, their words of encouragement, telling us we did so well. Wow, they were all mature when we got in first, but after the day, they told us we did so well, and they were so proud of us, to be happy that this next generation of nurses, I think they know what they are doing. Or when they even give you compliments that we like how you handled that situation, you were on top of it. Those are the that kept me going head on in the ward. And having to deal with patients, different people from different backgrounds, their mannerism. You don't have to tell someone you don't have to tell someone, I don't like how you speak to me. How you reply them will make them readjust their statements to you. I experienced that in the word. Good communication, good expression, and handling patients.
Finally, for those looking up to you or people who hope in starting this journey soon, what would you like to say to them and why?
So I would say hold on to God very well. Write out the reasons why you want to embark on this journey. For me, I have this habit of having this well with trying to protect the God that is I have them around my wall. When I feel so down, I just look at it and reignite myself energy. I don't know what religion is practice. Hold on to God. Find assurance in His word. For Christians, I would say add Bible verses that will motivate you. That He's not a God that will say a thing and will not help you see His condition, because He's a God that honors His word more than His name. Just hold on to God. Surround yourself with people that have the same vision with you, that will always strengthen you when you feel low. Because honestly, in this journey, the going will actually get stuck. And let me tell you, it is the thought that will get going. For you to see the manifestation of your vision, you need to have goals. You need to be sure of why you are there and surround yourself with people that matter. That's what I have to do.
Right.
And I hope to see you shine your light out there.
Okay, for the word of encouragement, Miss Aramide. Thank you for honoring our invitation, Miss Aramide. And this is a little token from us to you for honoring our invitation.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I do not take this for granted at all. I'm very, very grateful. Thank
Thank
you so much for having me. Thank you for finding me worthy to be on this.
You're welcome. And it's a wrap for today's episode of Behind the Scrub. Thank you for listening, learning, and laughing with us. And don't forget, behind every pair of scrub is a story worth telling. Thank you.